What's going on, everybody? Back on here again. Head up here to Indiana. Pick up another one, and then I guess I'm gonna move it slow. But anyway, headed up here to Indiana. I'm gonna pick one going back to Mississippi. Like I said, that's mostly all I run right now. I'm probably fixing to. On the way up here, we're supposed to be stopping in Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky, and I got found a fifth wheel hitch. I've been looking for a demco recon with a recessed ball, and I looked on Facebook Marketplace, and I finally found one. So we're gonna stop up here and look at it, and he said it's only been used a few times, so if it's in good shape, we're gonna go ahead and get it. If not, I talked to Dan's service center in Elkhart last week. They have a used one, and so if this don't work out, then in the morning I'm gonna stop by there and get it. I'm just ready to get me a fifth wheel hitch, but better slow my butt down. Oh, Mississippi Highway Patrols, they don't play. Look back here and make sure he ain't coming after me. I sure can't afford no ticket. especially after being off all week. But he looks like he's still sitting back here. But anyway, yeah, like I said, we headed up here, and we're gonna stop in Louisville, and hopefully this fifth wheel hitch gonna work out. And I may show y'all whenever I get it what it looks like and all that stuff, how it bolts onto the gooseneck, and then I try it out for a while, and then I give y'all a review on it. So far, everything I've seen has good reviews. So like I said, we'll see how that goes. But anyway, one of my subscribers commented asking should they get started in this now with the price of fuel and everything, and that's a great question. Honestly, I'll be afraid to answer that for you. Like I said in probably a couple previous videos, that it all depends on you. It all depends on your situation, your finances. Me, I'm single. My son, he's pretty much grown. He's gone off to college, and of course he comes home on weekends and stuff. But and then I also have another source of income, so that helps out. But again, it all depends on your situation. What I can tell you is the way fuel prices are right now, and eventually, I can't tell you when. Like Mr. Tennessee said in one of his videos, it may take 2 years, and some of y'all may see where I'm coming with that, but anyway, it eventually come back down. I don't think it's here to stay forever. At least I hope not. But again, even with fuel prices the way they are, there's still money to be made. Again, depending on your situation. I can't speak for everybody. I can just speak for myself. Of course, I got started in this at a bad time. I started in this whenever, about the time fuel started skyrocketing. So, I'm not making as much as what I thought I would, at least not right now. But again, I'm making money. It's not much, but I am making money. What you need to do is I'm not trying to recruit anybody, and I'm not telling you to go to Indiana Transport. That's who I'm with, and I like it here, and more than likely that's where I'm going to stay. But do your research. There are tons of RV transport companies out there. Get on Google, type in RV transport companies, Elkhart, Indiana, and it'll pull them all up. Write the numbers down and call them. Call every single one of them and ask them, what are your rates? Not just what their rates are right now, but what are your base rates? And then also, what are the rates right now? Ask them, do they give a fuel discount? We over here we use ComData, and we get a great fuel discount. So ask them those questions, because those are some of the things that's going to play into effect. Is a company may pay 20 or 30 cents more a mile than what another company does, but how good is their fuel discount? If say I'm making $2 a mile, just throwing numbers out there, if I'm making $2 a mile and I'm getting anywhere between 50, 75 cents to $1 discount every time I go get fuel, and the company that you're gonna go with, or the company that you're with, is paying $2.50 a mile, but you're only getting like a 20 or 30 cent fuel discount, well, that's a big difference, because you're going to be spending that extra money you're making per mile, you're going to be spending it in fuel. Whereas I may be getting it for, after the discount, shoot, I could be getting it for $3.50 a gallon. One of the places where we're going to stop here after a while and get fuel, with a fuel discount, I believe it's, I'm trying to think, I looked at it earlier and I forgot. I believe it's $4.15, and the sign is, I think, $5.11. So that's almost $1 discount. So those are the things that you got to ask too. Where do their loads go to? Do you live down south and all their loads run out west? Well, that's something you got to take under consideration too. Or do you live out west or east and all their loads are running south or into Canada? So you also got to go somewhere that's going to get you back home, because if not, then you're going to be spending that fuel getting back home empty, and then you got to go back whenever you get ready to go back to work. So again, those are more things to take into consideration. Load board, where I'm at, we got an app we get on, and I love it. I don't like calling and talking to a dispatcher. I like being able just to hit that button and then getting on the load board, finding what I want, where I want to go, and I can look it all up. I ain't got to sit there and ask dispatcher, hey, what all loads you got? And then sit there and listen to them for 5 minutes. Well, not technically, because they're not going to stay on the load or on the phone with you for 5 minutes, but they're basically going to tell you, more than likely, unless you're real good in with them, they're going to tell you what needs to be moved, and that's what they're going to offer you. And it may not be the best load. It's just that's what needs to be moved. And I can understand their point. They got a job to do just like we do. But again, I like getting on the load board and saying, hey, there's a couple out here going to California. There's some going south where I want to go. Later on, like I said, I'm thinking about starting to do a couple of those California runs. They pay more. But I like getting on that load board and seeing what I want, and excuse these bumpy roads. And if I see something I want, I hit that button, and usually within about 30 minutes or so, I've got my paperwork emailed to me, and I got my advance already put on my card. But yeah, those are just some of the questions that you got to ask. Do they have a load board? Can you see the load board? Trying to think what else. The fuel discount rates. Where do their loads go to? And like I said, just things like that. Some companies make you pay for orientation, where I'm at don't. So that's another thing you need to ask. Do you have to pay for orientation? I seen something on hold on guys, let me get back with y'all. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. My buddy running with me, he had to ask me a question on the radio. But if I can think about what I was where I left off at. Give me just a minute guys, my old brain is not what it used to be. But maybe I just start talking, maybe it'll come back to me, who knows. But anyway, just like I said, just I think I was talking about having to pay for orientation. But again, some companies they require that, some don't. So that's another question you need to ask. And then the other biggest thing is, like I said, the part that comes down to your situation is, what are your expenses? What is your lifestyle? Are you the type of person that can just get by with the little things, or do you have to have all the nice name brand nice things? Those things are gonna be a part in it too. Are you married? Do you have kids? Are you the main supporter of your household? Like I said, those things are gonna play a big difference. If you're a single guy, or if you got another source of income, then I don't think you'll have any problems out here making money. Are you the type of person that has to be at home all the time? Or can you get out there and run a week or two at a time? Me personally, I don't. I come up here, I get a load, I go back home. And now I may get out here and run 2 or 3 a week to the same place, but I'm going home. Some of y'all have seen in my other videos, I got 3 dogs at home, so I have to depend on somebody to. Y'all gonna excuse the shakiness. Sorry about that. I'm on a bumpy road, but so I got to depend on somebody to come let my dogs out while I'm gone. But if you can get out here and run, then you make money. If you got a big old house with a nice mortgage payment, and like I said, you got kids and married and especially if you're the only one out there making money, then I'm not saying you can't do it, but it's going to be tough. So those are the things that you got to take into consideration. Me, as far as my truck goes, a lot of people, they want to go out here and buy a brand new truck, and that's nice, and yeah, you got the warranty and all that stuff, but what about that big $1,000 a month truck payment? Some of those things like that truck payment and insurance, those things come out whether you like it or not. That price don't change. Some of the, like the way that you live your lifestyle, yeah, you can cut back on things. Cut back on going out to eat. Just things like that. So you can fluctuate your cost on things like that. Go out here and buy nice clothing or something like that. Cut back to, getting some cheaper clothing. I get my stuff mostly at Walmart. Every now and then I go out here and splurge and get me a nice pair of jeans or something. But like I said, stuff like your house payment, keeping your lights on, water, stuff like that, truck payment, insurance, fuel. Well, fuel's going to change, but stuff like the other stuff, I mean, that stuff is going to stay the same. So those are your costs that, like I said, they're going to stay the same. So you got to basically sit down and figure out your personal expenses right now, and your house payment, your electric bill, water bill, telephone, internet, if you have cable or direct TV or dish or whatever. Like I said, if you got a family, like I said, if you got another car, figure up that car payment, put that car payment there. Insurance, your personal insurance, not your business insurance, personal insurance, and food, things like that. Figure all that up. Now figure up your business side. Do you have a truck payment? Like I said, I got a 2012 Chevy Silverado 3500 dually. As of right now, I got a truck payment. I only got about a year, maybe about 10 months left on it. Of course, the older the truck is, sometimes, not always, but sometimes the more problems you might have. Just got to take care of it. That's the main thing. But your business insurance, they put back a maintenance fund, breakdown fund or whatever. And like I said, whenever you get out here doing this, your expenses on your truck are going to go up as far as oil changes. You may only, right now, just driving around town and stuff like that, going back and forth to your normal job, I mean, you may change your oil every 3, 4, maybe 5 months. Out here, you're going to have to be changing that oil probably about every month or so, depending on how hard you run, maybe a little bit less. Tires ain't cheap. Got to keep them things rotated. Stuff like that goes back to some other videos is whenever you're working on your truck, oil changes, things like that. If you can do it yourself, do it. It's going to save you a ton of money in the end. But just take all those things, add them together, your personal and your business, and then that'll give you an idea of how much money you need to make each month. And then, like I said, call around these different companies, see what they pay, see how many loads they got, where they're going, and they then you can figure out if you're going to be able to make it or not. You need to keep in mind, if none of you ever been in trucking before, you got to run a logbook. So I'm not going to get real big into the logbook. There's tons of videos out there on that. I don't want something coming back and bite me in the butt. Maybe a DOT officer watching and seeing me giving y'all some kind of bad advice or something. But just do your own research on the logbook. But basically, you're allowed, once you start your clock, once you get up in the morning and you start work, 14 hours later, you have to stop. And you have to take a 10-hour break before you can get up and start again. Within that 14 hours, you are allowed to drive 11 hours. No matter, you can get up in the morning, do your 15-minute pre-trip inspection, and drive for 11 hours. Now, within that 11 hours, within the first 8 hours, you have to take a 30-minute break. And then, but you can get up, drive 11 hours. Well, you get done driving that 11 hours, you may still have 2 or 3 hours left on your 14-hour clock. But you still can't drive no more because you done hit that 11 hours. Same thing with the 14 hours. You may get somewhere and that 14-hour clock may run out. Well, you may still have 5 or 6 hours of driving time left. Doesn't matter. Once that 14 hours is up, you're done. You got to take a 10-hour break. So, depending on where you're running, traffic, things like that, just figure, sometimes you may get just a little bit more, sometimes it could be a lot less, but just figure roughly about 650 miles a day is what you can drive if you run hard. Like I said, that's an average. Some of you guys been out here doing this for a while. I've been in trucking for years, so I'm not saying that I'm professional at it, but I know what I'm doing. But some of you guys don't get on here and start saying, oh, you can run 700-800 miles a day and blah blah blah. And, well, if you can, then keep doing it. That's all I can say. But so with those many miles that you can run, just figure up how many miles you run in a day. Consider the time how many hours you can run, how many hours you got to take off, and all that mess, and then you can basically figure out how many miles you can get in a week. Now, another thing you need to take under consideration for those just getting into this that's not real familiar, there are backhauls out here, but they're not many, and most of them really don't pay that much. But if you want to mess with them, at least it might cover your fuel expense. But say if you run, normally whenever you go, say if you pick up a load in Indiana, you take it to California, and then, well, that's say 2,000 miles. Well, unless you get a backhaul, you got to drive 2,000 miles back. So that's 4,000 miles in that 1 week. But you only got paid for 2,000. So, like I said, you need to add all that stuff up, figure how much you can make, and then figure up your expenses, subtract that, and see what you got. And that will tell you if you can make it in this business or not. Like I said, as long as you play your cards right, you get out here and live a simple life, not try to overlive, try to live beyond your means. I believe you can make it. Like I said, right now the way fuel prices are, it's gonna be tough, but I think you can still do it. So anyway, if I think of anything else, I'll get back on here. Other than that, like I said, we're going up here to get this fifth wheel, and whenever we get up to Louisville, and then we're going to head up to Indiana, and we might go ahead and hook up tonight. I don't know. May wait till in the morning. But whenever we get up here and I get this fifth wheel, I'll show it to y'all, and then so I guess that's it. But I hope this helps somebody as far as if you should get started in this right now. Like I said, yes, I'm out here to give advice and try to help people, but at the same time, don't just take my word for it. Do your own research. That's all I can. That's the best advice I can give you. That's the main advice. Do your own research. As far as companies to go with, I really can't tell you that neither, because that goes back to a personal preference. I see a lot of people, what's the best company? Well, to most people, the best company is going to be the one paying the most. To me, that's not necessarily the case. I look at all kinds of things. I look, like I said earlier in the video, what are the rates? Where are they going? How do they treat their drivers? All those things. So what may be a great company for you may not work for me, and vice versa. What I may love about the company that I'm at, you may hate. So like I said, just I just can't stress that enough. Just do your own research. That's all I can say. But anyway, we're gonna get up here and, like I said, pick up his fifth wheel and get on up the road to Indiana and get hooked up and try to get back. Today, like I said, is I think I mentioned it, today's Sunday, April the 3rd. So we'll get up here. We'll be back home tomorrow night, and then we'll get up and go deliver Tuesday morning. We're supposed to have some storms Tuesday morning, so we just have to see how that plays out. But anyway, again, I hope this helps somebody, and I'll get back with y'all here in a little bit. Separate pie. All right, guys, we back a little bit. We stopped over here in Glendale, Kentucky, and ran into my buddy C Farmer again. What's going on, fella?
Hey guys.
Hey, if y'all ain't checked this channel out, go check him out. C Farmer. He's a great guy, and he don't think so, but I think he knows a lot about trucks and stuff. So he does a lot of work out on the road. And so, like I say before, if you can do it yourself, save that money, do it, because that's just extra money in your pocket. Then here's my buddy James. This is my neighbor.
Let's go.
He started over there with me, and like I say, he's my neighbor. He ain't on YouTube or anything. He ain't that computer savvy. Just kidding with me. But anyway, all right, guys, we're gonna get off here and talk for just a few minutes, and then we're gonna get up there to Louisville and pick up that fifth wheel hitch. We'll talk to y'all in a bit. What's going on, guys? All right, we up here in Elkhart, finna pick up our travel trailer here. Show y'all, I'm gonna turn y'all around, show you the fifth wheel that I picked up there in Louisville, and I found it on Facebook Marketplace, and talked to the guy Friday. He held it for me until I get up here. Then after I show you that, I'm gonna show you a little bit of things on this. We're picking up a prowler, 32-foot prowler, And I'm going to show you a few things that you need to look for whenever you doing this, especially if you're picking up at night. If you're picking up at night, you need to pay extra attention to make sure you don't miss anything, because if you're picking up at night, it's going to be easy to miss. But anyway, I'm going to turn y'all around. I'm going to show you this fifth wheel, and then I'll show you some things on this. There's the fifth wheel I got. It's a Demco Recon. I don't know if y'all can see that, but anyway, like I said, I picked it up for $500. Normally about $800-900, or I think $1,000. But anyway, I'm gonna show you a few little things here. Alright, let's see if I can zoom back out here. Like I said, we're picking up this Prowler. It's a 32 foot. But what I want to show y'all, well, one, I'll show you this real quick. My buddy over there, he's picking up one, and it's not a Prowler, but it's missing the connector right there, so he can't hook it onto his battery. Luckily, I had one, and I gave to him, that way he can get it hooked up. But this is what I noticed on this Pioneer right here whenever I pulled up. I don't know if y'all can see. Let me turn my flashlight back on. See that? There's light right there on the ground. Look like a bunch of lights. I guess the trailer that was here before mine had backed into it, because whenever I noticed that, then I got concerned that maybe mine was damaged on the back end. But I walked back there. Of course, you can tell how close it is, but I'll walk back here and show you that there's no damage on mine. And excuse me guys, a little chilly out here. But as you can tell, there's no damage on mine, so that's a good thing. On these Prowlers, one thing that I have noticed is check them real good if you pick one up, because you will find scratches. And the decals, I don't know if y'all can see that, you got bubbles in pretty much all the decals. Another thing to check for, they really don't like you getting into the camper, but it's supposed to rain tomorrow. That's one reason we're going in and picking it up tonight. And I've noticed on the last couple that I pulled, these windows, they don't shut them real good. As you can see right there, that one's not shut good. So we gotta get in there and shut that one. And then there's one back there. So, but anyway, if you do have to get up in there, just make sure your feet are clean and stuff like that. But I've already walked around this one, inspected it, and I've taken a couple pictures of a couple things that I found. But like I said, guys, it ain't really no big deal. Just if you find something wrong, take a picture, scratch, something like that. If it's something major, then I'd call it in and before you left with it, because like I said, you don't want to be responsible for it, and you don't want to hook up to it and take off before without telling anybody that you found some damage, because then they make you bring it back. As you can see, get out, don't hook up. You see how my truck's sitting? Do not hook up to this camper until you have fully inspected it and made sure there was no damage. But anyway, like I said, guys, it's cold out here. I don't know, I don't think temperature's that low, but it's definitely different from Mississippi. So But I'm gonna go ahead and get off here and hook this up, and then I may get back with y'all later. All right, talk to y'all later.